peace. Damn, happy now. Now's a vibrate, of course. Not going too far in the future. Not going too far in the past. Right now, I want to just caught a little realization / download about DMT and acid, and the difference in the type of the way that they basically break down your ego is uniquely different. And just now I was sitting down, I got this realization come through, speaking on how DMT attacks more of the physical body ego, and the acid or LSD attacks more of the mental ego. Now, I'm elaborate. Now, of course, go check out my other videos speaking on DMT and LSD and the mushrooms. Matter of fact, not telling anybody to take anything. I'm just speaking on this information on the video, so It's a free will universe, though. You go, but for a reason, so this video could stay up and things of this nature, we gotta say little dumb shit like that. So I said it. Anyway, I realized how strong DMT. Now I dealt with the 4-ACO DMT and not the 5-MeO DMT. 5-MeO is the one you smoke, and it also is the same chemical compound as the one that comes from the toad as well. But I felt like in those trips, my ego was being broke down from a perspective of letting me know that this physical realm was a matrix, but not from the perspective of breaking down my ego on a thought level, but more so breaking down my ego on an attachment to this physical realm type of vibe, because I even think about, one of my strong trips where, I'm trying to smoke the herb to ground in essence, and it seemed like the blunt was melting in my hand, you know what I'm saying, because it was more so getting at my physical ego, that part of me that's like, oh no, I gotta have this physical herb to smoke, you know what I'm saying, right now. And it's like, bro, all this shit is a fucking matrix, matter of fact, this is God's dream, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a God's dream, literally and figuratively speaking. It's like we inside of our dream, having the experience. But again, the DMT has more of a vibe where, again, it's for you to realize that, hey, my bodysuit in this physical realm is, is a part of a matrix, is a part of, in some way, form, or fashion, like an illusion. Now, and not an illusion in the sense of it being, completely not real. It's not. So, say for instance, it's not real in the essence of being temporary. It's not real in the essence of this is not our true, state of being and real essence of being. So, this matrix realm is fake in that essence. But the things we experience in this realm, just like the example spoken on the Truman Show, where on the Truman Show, the guy who was running the show, was talking to Truman. It was like, shit, Truman, you remember when you got your first bike and this happened and that happened. It was like, yeah, although it was staged, and fake, that joy that you felt wasn't fake, you know what I'm saying, or whatever energy you dealt with, whatever, wasn't fake, even though it was a part of a show, you know what I'm saying. Hey, the top hat for the show. Anyway, let that off now. But again, DMT is more so for breaking down the physical aspect, while acid is more so to break down your mental ego. Like, so say for instance, acid, not so much of a body high as much as acid as much as it plays on your subconscious realm in connection with your ego, because there's certain things in your subconscious that's connected to ego that must be that needs to be worked out in order for your heart to weigh lighter than a feather. In essence, you gotta let go of some of these heavy constructs. But again, is with the DMT, is more so of a body vibe, and allowing for you to realize like, hey, this bodysuit ain't even, you know what I'm saying? And where acid is more so of a like coming at your mental, you know, like showing you like all these different little egotistical constructs that's not really you, and that you were programmed into, and it shows you these mental constructs that hinder you from becoming your greatest version. But again, it's more so from a mental realm than the actual physical realm, you know. As a matter of fact, again, acid basically like turns your subconscious mind inside out. It's the best way to put it, you know. Like all the shit that's going on subconsciously, it gets flipped inside out so you could experience it on a like quick manifestation, moment to moment, like basically experiencing all the little light and dark aspects of what's going on inside your subconscious, you know. Like if you still feel some kind of way about somebody on a race level because of how they look, then you know that's when you take acid, that's gonna come up to the forefront stronger. Like with DMT, it's more so too like building a connection to the non-physical realm. You know, why acid is more so like trying to break down your mental construct, like acid more so is to help break down out of the rigid thought forms of your subconscious mind, like things that were kind of pushed into your consciousness. So again, acid deals more so with the thought realm of your ego, while DMT deals more with the physical body ego, you know, like the aspect of, you know, being in the physical, and, you know, trying to allow for you to know that it's more than just this physical aspect. So it breaks it down in that manner. And again, that's how they are teachers. And I think the reason why, you know, like acid ascension. How you doing, Miss Natalie? Reason why, you know, the acid trips seem so harsh because again, we in a construct where everything is based on mental and logic and masculine energy. So, you know, we're so into this masculine, egotistical logic that again, when it comes up for us, it seems so harsh, you know what I'm saying? But that's again because we so used to being in that construct. So when we get checked on that vibe of like having to see like, bro, we gotta let go of this energy, you know, it's like, man, you know, it hurts in essence, but it's more so your ego being butthurt because you're so used to, you know, again, operating out of that conscious construct. So again, just from my experiences, you know, and again, like when I dealt with DMT, it was the 4-acyl DMT and not the 5-MeO. And with the acid vibes, again, it's more so bringing the thought form construct to the forefront instead of the body. And again, I'm trying to think, it's one of my trips. It's not coming up right now. It'll come up, but I just want to give more examples of, you know, just certain aspects of showing, you know. But like every time I took DMT, it never was like, again, it was more so of showing me, like too, it was more so like, as another thing too, the 4-acyl DMT, like, you know how some things, like you could either be, let's just say, you could either be pro-peace or you could be against war, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather be pro-peace, you know, and because both of us is basically saying the same thing, but one is a negative connotation of like, oh, like again, like the war against war, you know. Well, no, let's just you know, be pro-peaceful instead of warring against war, because if you create more of a war, you know, it's just gonna be, you know, that whole aspect. So when I think about DMT, I think more so of a like it's more like a pro-peace instead of trying to say let's be against this, you know. Like and what I'm getting to, like on the DMT trips too, it shows you more of that peaceful realm of what exists outside of this realm, you know. So it's not so much about harsh lesson learning as much as it's about showing you the bliss of your existence, and more so like the true essence of, you know, being behind the veil of this physical realm, you know what I'm saying? It shows it to you in a way that makes you like oh man, like, you know, again, I think about one of my DMT trips where I was like, bro, just take me, you know what I'm saying? I go right now, you know what I'm saying? It's like, why even stay playing this game? Look, I could just skirt on out right now, but I, got lessons to learn in the physical things of this nature. But again, that's the whole aspect. Is one attacks the mental ego, one attacks the body ego. Because again, just like how we got like an intuition within our stomach, within our heart, and within, with the pineal gland in essence, That's why I use the word, like I got that gut feeling, But again, like, because mind, body, and soul, the body does have like, matter of fact, think about it like this. You got a soul connection from, you could either get the soul connection from your, and I ain't gonna say it like that. Again, mind, body, and soul. And your body has like an ego. Your body, like, again, when you have an urge to eat certain solid foods, that's not as much as a mental problem as much as your body like trying to like, oh no, I gotta try to stay in this matrix somehow, like, this matrix gotta be real, like it's the body looking for aspects to try to stay, and I say stay locked down, but like in essence, certain aspects of the body that's that's used to being in this realm, and I ain't say used to be in this realm, but certain aspects of the body that's trying to get the best words for it in essence, but again, and so we're dealing with psychedelics, on a strategic type of vibe, if these things happen to fall in your lap out of the sky or whatever, acid would be more so for breaking down your mental ego. So if you feel like you got a lot of mental ego blocks, like egoic thoughts, and from that realm, you might want to work with that type of psychedelic. And again, to each his own. I'm not telling, because again, we're not even speaking on consuming psychedelics anyway. I can't tell you to take psychedelics. I can't speak on it because, again, it's like Terrence McKenna or anybody else, they don't tear down them videos, so they're not going to tear down my video. But, again, that's basically it. Just always, do research before you deal with anything, you know what I'm saying? Like, always be aware, research, before you tap into these realms of realities. You want to know what you're stepping into, But, yeah, just that whole aspect. Because, matter of fact, this could have been a thing fast. I just kind of was like, whoa, like, caught a little realization again about, like, how DMT more so breaks down, like, again, that attachment that the body has to this matrix. And the acid breaks down the aspect of the thought realm and the mental realm being connected to this matrix, because it's certain subconscious constructs that keep us in certain little loops and in certain aspects of being lost in this matrix. So acid helps to again put your mental construct on a big screen so you could see what's going. And the DMT, and as I'm saying this, it's not saying the DMT don't work on the mental aspect of the ego as well, but again, like, just talking about, like, if you had to, like, something that it really targets in essence, again, is that the physical body ego. So, but that's basically it. Again, be aware. And matter of fact, and everything, is about setting intentions. I done already spoke about from, like, again, with drinking alcohol or whatever, and I ain't not promoting that. Watch my video speaking on it before you even, oh, you just said drink out. Again, intentions with everything you do. Every bumper clear thing, see it. But that's basically it, y'all. Peace. Happy now. Now's the vibrate, of course. We're not going too far in the future. Not going too far in the past. Hold on, let me make sure I got everything out the way. Because Because as I was doing it, it was like making sure I done got, yeah, for any examples of like, you know, me speaking on DMT or LSD, just go to my psychedelics playlist. I have a playlist called psychedelics, and you could go check out videos where I speak on these different areas. So it work like that. So again, not too far in the future, not too far in the past, right now. Peace, peace.